Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here with another episode of Football Manager Mobile. So today we've come up to the end of December, so we're going to finish off the calendar year of fixtures with 2 matches today. But I'm just going to show you what we've been up to since that epic win over Salford. As you can see, we've continued our winning ways. I mean, we have had a couple of draws in there, but directly after Salford we travelled to Darlington, who were 6th in the league, but the way this league's going, they were a full 20 points behind us, and it showed. Jacob Blythe, of course, who else? He was the man, bagging a hat-trick in a 4-1 win. Then we faced Leamington, who... sorry, I've brought up the wrong game there. Well, we got a draw at Southport, who were 3rd, so that was a good result. Scraped to win against Leamington, who are down in the relegation zone, but, you know, a win's a win. Then the FA Trophy. Now, I wasn't too concerned about the FA Trophy. I wasn't sure how far we were going to go. Great pair of matches here. Very important, these ones, as it turns out, because we were playing Hartlepool, who are top of the Conference National. So this was a real test. This is a team that's very likely to be in the League 2 next season. And as you can see, it was very even in the first match. We needed a late goal to force extra time. It looked like we were going to win it, but then an own goal forced us into a replay. And just look at this replay 4 days later. This was one of the most unbelievable matches I've had, whether on the normal Football Manager or the mobile version. We were 2 up very quickly. Hartlepool pegged us back. But then, you know, the second half display was just awe-inspiring. We got an early goal. Blythe completed his hat-trick. 2 late goals from Bradley Reed, who'd just come on for Blythe. As you know, we were 5-2 up and cruising at that time. And then we gave away a penalty in injury time. But 7-3 away to the leaders of the Conference National. Fantastic result. Continued our winning ways against Bradford PA. Look at this man, Jacob Blythe. 4 goals. That's absolutely fantastic. Is a bit of a worry that we conceded 3 against Bradford PA, who are struggling. But a win's a win again. So we're going to play Leamington again, because we previously played them in the FA Trophy qualifying round, of course. So we're going to play Leamington and Nuneaton. So these are 2 teams who are struggling this season. If I just bring up the table for you, you'll see... We scroll right down to the bottom to find Leamington rooted to the bottom of the table. Nuneaton just hanging on to safety there on goal difference. Let's see what happens. So I've already selected the team before starting this recording, so I don't need to play around with it too much there. I mean, really, there's not a huge amount of depth in the Tamworth squad, as I've mentioned before, so... I have a fixed starting 11, and if everyone's fit, that's what we go with. I do need to think in January about looking for some backups to add some depth to the squad, because any kind of long-term injury to a couple of players, that's going to really cause problems for us. So we've got a free kick here in a dangerous position. Nothing comes of it, though. Okay, so a bit of a cagey match so far. I mean, we have had tight matches with Leamington. Oh, there we go. No. It's been chalked out for offside. But yeah, we have had tight matches with Leamington. 0-0 with them in pre-season. Narrow win in the league. And narrow win in the FA Trophy. So they do seem to be a good match for us, despite us being at opposite ends of the table. So it looks like we're probably going to head into half-time goalless. I mean, even games... Possession split almost 50-50. We've had the more shots, but they've had 2 shots on target to our 1. So let's see what we're going to do in the second half. We'll look into making some substitutions halfway through. It depends how this early action goes. Defence has been a problem for us recently. You've seen those matches I recapped for you at the start of the video. No clean sheets in there, and the last couple of games we've conceded 3 goals, even if we've had big wins. So I'm quite happy for this to be a bit more of a cagey game. Okay, well, only 15 minutes left. Let's see what options we've got on the bench. Oh, it took a good 5 minutes for that to come up. I'm going to bring Fox on the left wing. Yeah, he's a striker as well, so he might be able to help us get a goal in. And just for some fresh legs in midfield, we're going to bring Upton on for Werner. Let's see if they can just, give him a bit of Harry Redknapp style coaching. Get out there and run about a bit, and we'll see what happens. Looks like nothing's going to happen at the moment. One final highlight, though. Is it going to be a late winner? Okay, we've got a free kick. Is something going to come of this? No. I'm not sure what the point of that highlight was. But, well, a ball draw, 0-0. That's actually only our second draw of the season. The draw, when I showed you in the recap against Southport, was our first, and that's our second draw of the season. Let's see how that affects the table. We did have a 7-point gap over Salford, so that's allowed Salford to close the gap back down to 5 points. Yeah, and it was a frustrating draw for the manager as well. So Nuneaton next, they're just outside the relegation zone. They lost to Kidderminster in that last round of matches. This is going to take place on Boxing Day. Okay, I will take a look at the expiring contracts later off camera. And let's play another match. Okay, Jacob Blythe was in the team of the week, not for his performance against Leamington, I expect. So Jed Davis, we got there still injured. Have had a couple of problems with Jack Lane being lazy in training, so he's out of the team for the time being. I'm going to take Brandon Fox out. I've got to bring Callum Powell back in. He's been out injured, so we'll put him on the subs bench and maybe bring him on the second half. Jacob Blythe, look at that, 47 goals in 26 games. Absolutely unbelievable. He is going to reach 50 goals for the season. He's almost reached 50 before we've even got to January. Maybe, I'm going to say maybe he can reach 50 goals today. Have I just tempted fate? Well, we'll find out over the course of this game. And oh dear, maybe I have. 2 minutes in, we're a goal down to Nuneaton. We're going to have to pick this up, boys. That'll be a corner. Soft corner given away there, has to be said. But a quick break. And, Blythe tried to go for his trademark, run onto a long ball, round the keeper, but just too tight of an angle, and the defence were able to handle that. So Nuneaton have had the majority of the possession, but we've had more chances. They've scored off their only chance. I just hope this isn't going to turn into one of those games. Looks like we're going to go into the break a goal down. So I'm going to look at tweaking the tactics a bit. Whoa, we're playing a lot of injury time there. I'm not sure why. So let's have a look. We'll stick with an attacking shape. Let's go a bit wider. And in attack, I'm going to reflect that by telling them, okay, the passing focus is already to both flanks. Let's go a bit more direct with our passing style. And let's see what comes of that. Okay, so as the scores from elsewhere come in, we get ready for the second half. Come on, let's recreate some of that off-camera form for the folks watching on YouTube. Like if you just take the form from my YouTube videos, we're like mid-table. But if you just take the form from the off-camera stuff, we're way out in front. Luckily, the combined effect is that we are way out in front. This is not looking good. Hardly any highlights there. I guess I'm going to bring Powell on for sure. And I don't know. Any other change I'm going to make is just going to be for the sake of making a change. Let's move Deeney a bit further up. We'll put Upton in the ball-winning midfielder role. Come on, guys. If needs be, we'll switch to some more aggressive tactics to try and get that equaliser in the last 10 minutes. And it looks like needs be. Okay, let's go for early crosses and shoot on sight. And let's put our... Why were we on contain? I must have clicked something without realising it, but we're switching to overload now. The infamous overload. We've jumped straight to 88 minutes. Okay, come on, let's get something from this. Let's win the possession back after they take the throw in. Oh, a lot of time wasting there. Let's get the ball, that's it. Now, blast it into the box. Okay, we got a corner, that's good. Why is Blythe taking the corner? He is not a designated corner taker. And it's... oh, that's just terrible. Come on, let's win it back here. So, come on, get the ball off them. Okay, it's back to the keeper. Pump it forward. There just wasn't the run on there. And it looks like we've given away a free kick. And that's going to be the end of the game. Oh, dearie me. So after showing you that recap with all those goals galore in all those other games, we've had 2 matches here without a single goal for Tamworth. So let's have a look how that affects the Vanarama North. Well, Salford lost as well, so that's a huge missed opportunity. We could have opened up an 8-point gap there. Well, we're just going to have to hope for better form, hope that this is just a blip, and we're going to have to hope for better form in the new year. You see, we're going to play Nuneaton again, so an immediate chance for revenge on New Year's Day. And we've got Blythe coming up. As you can see, Blythe are up there in the conversation for the playoffs. And then Dartford from the Vanarama South. They're our next opponents in the FA Trophy, so I'll be expecting to advance there. So thank you for watching, everybody. Remember to like the video, share it, and hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back with another episode of Football Manager Mobile very soon.